Okay, so here we are. We are pushing through some chaos and confusion. I was not sure if this reading was ready to come out, but I do know that it is because this little one here hangs out on the couch in the other room, and she won't come up here until the reading's ready. So we've got a reading ready, and I am using the bear with me because this is one of those energies that is like it just wants to do everything to distract you, confuse you, make you feel like you don't know heads or tails, stuff you know how to do. You're like, how do I even do the stuff that I already know how to do? And it's like just basic stuff that you know how to do. And it's a bombardment of chaos intended to do that. And that energy is what's coming through. Now we have this I'm gonna Epiphany's a wild daughter, okay? We're gonna read, there's a certain passage in here. Julie's really excited about this. Yes. Yes, you are. You're really excited about this one. There's an exciting message here. She usually lies down and sometimes you'll hear her snoring during readings, but she's really in tune to like, this is, she wants to distract me from your reading too. But anyway, I'm gonna read a little passage from the book. Basically with Epiphany's wild daughter, keywords here, shadows, inner shadows, nightmare, depression, madness, growth. And it talks about, how she comes in the bleakest part of the night. And she comes with the wisdom of the owl. Sorry for the shaky card, but I have a dog that likes to lick my hand. You want to say hello to Epiphany? You want to say hello to Epiphany's daughter? Okay, let's attempt to do a reading without distractions. I will point out she's a tough love card. And it's very difficult. Before I read this passage, I'm going to show you a little bit in the card. This is a modified card because of the fact that the artist for this is Brian Froud. He does not like drawing clothing. And this is YouTube and things must be clothed. So that's my decoration there. What's very hard to see, oh wait, we can actually get a good shot on that too here, where you see she's kind of bringing the wisdom and she's coming over and just really on your shoulder saying, I'm here. It's time to figure it out. Come here. Just the way she's reaching over. I know what's in this shadow. It's time to figure it out. And this is just a little bit closer of a glimpse for you to see in it. And I will hold cards up specifically for you to kind of pull in your own intuitive messages from them. My camera does like to light and dark things, so you might get a good view and then it gets shadowy. Okay, so that's really, but understand, look at how close you are to the wisdom of the owl. Just with your head down, if you just looked up, there's the wisdom right there. And she's just got her hands on your shoulder saying, I'm with you. You can do this. I know you're in the darkness. I know you're in confusion, but there is wisdom so, so close on whatever this issue is that you're dealing with. All right, what I'm going to do, I'll try to hold this up while I read something in the book that I found was very pertinent to this reading in particular. She asks riddles that often seem impossible to answer at first, and yet she will not let us go until we find the solutions within ourselves. She is one of the greatest teachers of fairy, but her method of teaching makes Socrates' questions look like child's play. These are tough ones. These are tough to get through, to figure out. And we must expect that the Dorcha, which is her, must expect this of Dorcha because her lessons are about the shadow side of ourselves, things we fear, our insecurities, self-doubts, and denials. She is a practitioner of tough love. And there's also some in here where it's she urges us to heal the unresolved issues about who we really are and what we truly want to be. this is a part of the required course in Self-Transformation 101 that we all enrolled in here on planet Earth. Okay, and it does say, talk about, I don't even know where the card's going while she's licking my, just watch the dog, stick around for the cute puppy. You'll get a reading in the background. Julia. Okay, do you want me to get to the next card? I think that's what you're asking me to. So you want the next, okay, we got the tough questions. You get the gist of what's going on here. You know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you're still watching. If you don't, you've already clicked off this video. So a little bit more comment on here. This is a time when, like, just looking to nature, you could be watching a leaf blow on a tree and it's sway in the wind, and it kind of gives you an epiphany. There's many epiphanies that you can have. Now with this behind, I did a simple split the deck and open to the card, and that's what came out. And so when I split here, came out there. Behind that, oh my gosh, we got dog slobber on cards and everything here. This is like disastrous mess going on. Totally fitting for the energy. I did not mean to, like, I'm like sitting here beating up like poor Epiphany's daughter over here, right? Oh, okay, gosh. Ugh, that's like kind of how I want to blah with this energy. Moving on. Okay, I'm not like a really fancy tarot reader, okay? I'm pretty, you're just gonna get me and whatever my guides, and when I deal with the fairies, boy, will they have fun and be brutally honest. So what came out here is, I always mispronounce this, but it's Mike the Muckle. Okay, in this card, the whole gist of it is to really find that playful part inside of us, that child. And it's interesting because also with the archetype in this card is, when we're little kids, we don't go into all of the complicated nuances and philosophical details and rabbit holes of information. We look at it, we judge it on our intuition, we put it in simple terms, and we're like, yeah, well, why do you have to go like research all of that stuff and figure out that and figure out this and this and this? Obviously, it's that. Like, what's the question there? It's like right in front of our face. And I'm just, as I said that, I was like, we just talked about, okay, Julie's gonna go take a nap. Okay, she's gonna lie her head down now. We got to the serious part. This figure we talked about, the wisdom's owl is right there. All she has to do is lift up her head. And I have a feeling that Mike is here to say, we don't have to go down we don't have to use every neuron in our brain to try and navigate all of this stuff. We can just make it simple. I'm going to use, because we are doing, and I'm being given guidance to do some things on the political. I am in the United States. This is the week 2 of a new president who doesn't understand that we actually have laws in this country. So please do not leave any mean comments, okay? If that's not your cup of tea, just go find another reader. So here's something where I was experiencing this energy, and a lot of people in this country, wherever you are in the world, if you've looked at what's going on in America, you've kind of got a glimpse into this. But this can play out into any situation. It can be in the office. It could be like a romantic relationship you're in where somebody's just playing mind F games with you and you're getting lost in it. And if you just stop trying to find the explanation or kind of guess what's happening next or read between the lines, just see what's on surface value, right? Surface value. So the political thing, and my own example as an American in the United States who like actually believes in the country that we were 2 weeks ago. There's just a bombardment of stuff on the news. And like right now, as I'm doing this reading, we don't know at 5 p.m. what funds from the federal government are cut off. and who is not going to be receiving services that, like, in the middle of February, the coldest of year of in America, may not be able to have the funds available in their states to distribute the housing vouchers so they have a roof over their head. Parents don't know if they're going to have a place to send their kids to do Head Start programs in the morning so they can go to work to keep a roof over their head and their kids can have food and a safe place to stay. Like, this is such, and this happens every couple of hours all day long since inauguration. And it's just chaos. It's utter chaos, and it's intentional chaos. And you try to figure out what's going to happen next, and it's like, you already know what's going to happen next. There's someone in charge who respects no laws, will do whatever he wants, and at any moment will change and rewrite what is legal, what is allowed, what is available, what we are doing. So just simply know that's the reality we're in. And instead of being afraid of what's going to happen next, understand that there are a variety of things coming down the pipe. We've seen a lot of them. We don't know how they're all going to play out yet. But take practical actions to keep maintaining your sanity first and foremost. Keep your sanity. Don't let this, and we'll leave the political realm. We'll say this could be with a partner, this could be a hectic environment at work, this could be just some kind of assistance that you're seeking, something that you're trying to go and get taken care of. Anywhere around the world, there are numerous countries in the world right now where it's utter chaos for so many people. It doesn't have to be like an American political thing. This applies to so many places. So, if I use an American political example, you can fit it to your situation. But this is going on in so many places. Do you want to curl up in that little dark ball and not know and be in fear? Or do you want to look to the wisdom and just start taking steps and know that this is kind of an initiation into you having to trust your judgment, your intuition, find your inner strength. Take steps to protect yourself, your loved ones, in practical, peaceful, nonviolent ways always. I do mention political stuff, so I have to clarify anything you hear from me on and that always in peaceful, practical ways. If you need to make contingency plans for something, start making those contingency plans. Instead of being in fear, empower yourself with preparedness. Instead of not being able to do the things that normally come easily for you to do on a daily basis, that stuff we all have to get done, go ahead and say, all right, I know how to do these things. I'm going to take care of these things, and I will set aside time there, but I'm not going to spend my whole day in chaos, wondering, that, 5-year-old you, if something happened on the playground that was stupid, they'd call it out, and then they'd go play another game somewhere else. I don't know why I just said that, but that's like how I wanted to be said. All right, we are 13 minutes and 59 seconds now into it. I had the Shaman's Oracle deck come out, but I feel like we need to go a little bit into the Tarot. I'm going to use the Transient Light Tarot. This is a non-binary deck, just to make sure anybody who didn't like my politics is even more pissed off now. Non-binary deck. Alrighty, let's just see. We need an intentional question to ask. What is a holding point? Something to grasp. Some things we can look for to hold on to keep us out of chaos, to keep us into stability, to keep that sense of not feeling complete loss of power. Okay, something that helps us feel security and stability within us. Can we get a few cards, please, guides, to help shed light on places of stability within us? that we don't have to depend on the outside world. The Nine of Coins comes out. I mean, come on. That's an answer right there. You are an independent being. I know we are all one, but you are also an independent being because you have this bodily form and your body is independent of others. So your bodily independence exists. Your mental independence exists. This is very, very much talking about that. Okay, so that's a quick reminder. This card seems to want to come out to the Eight of Vessels. This is the Eight of Cups. This deck always confuses me. Okay, I'm seeing, okay, in this what it is, I'm going to have to go and let you know I'm drawing a blank. This deck does it. There are a lot of cards in this deck. Like the Death card actually looks like the Moon card. So some of these cards don't actually stick with the traditional Rider-Waite. And I think some of you have already gotten it together and saw, okay, I know 1, 2, 3, what are my steps? Okay, so I'm missing this piece. I still know I have a vessel. I still know I have the vase. It gets us out of that confusion. It's like, okay, I've put these pieces together. There's a big chunk of this that is the unknown, but that does not change the fact that I have this vessel. If you needed for water, you could at least fill it up to this point before it spills out in that little missing piece. I'm going to get a little bit more clarity on that. I know some of you watching are thinking, she doesn't know her like Seven of Cups from Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from a situation, but I'm seeing this is the repairing of, okay, yeah, walking away from the confusion by knowing which pieces you still have to hold on to and solidifying them. Okay, we're going to do that. We don't need more clarification. Is there anything else to help the inner stability, despite what external instabilities may exist? There's 2 cards, and then here's a third one that wants to come out. We're up to 17 minutes, 44 seconds here. Okay, we're gonna just go through them quick. Okay, we do have the Three of Cups. Did I just hold the deck wrong? Okay, thank you. Had the deck upside down, so we got to spin this around. That's kind of a little bit of a message. Sometimes, when you grab the thing upside down, it doesn't give you a good message. You got to check and make sure you got things right side up, and you're looking at them right side up. So we have the Three of Cups. There is still an enjoyment. This is a very artistic thing. This is different people coming together. Find where there is unity between you and others. Find the places where none of the confusion comes in place. Spend as much time with those that do not disorient you or confuse you. Obviously, that's pretty cool there. We do have the Nine of Cups. And generally, like some people will call this this is normally, there's like this guy sitting here and he's surrounded by the Nine of Cups. And some people actually call it the card of symbolizing somebody as a drunk person. This is a reminder of what I'm seeing is all of us feasting at the table. Everyone has things to bring to the table. You choose what you put on your plate. Metaphorically speaking, everybody's bringing all these things to the table. There may be something, like I'm talking metaphor here, something that you're allergic to. Okay, this is a banana over here. Say you're allergic to bananas and all these people are trying to get you to put all this stuff on your plate. Don't put the banana on your plate because it's allergic to you. You have that independent choice. You know your body, you know yourself. You choose what goes on your plate and what you need to handle each day. And you can't put it all on there. And it feels like it may be bombarded at you. You may be getting in that overwhelm in any kind of situation. It could just be like things are so hectic. You've got work, you've got kids, you've got this, you've got that. You're trying to get your degree online. You're trying to juggle this. Somebody got sick. You got to help take care of your mom now. It's like at a certain point, you've got to decide, I can help nourish others and I need to nourish myself, but I can't put on my plate what I'm allergic to. That won't, I'm not going to put that on my, okay, moving on, I'm being told. Now the last one we have is the Keeper of the Wands came out in this deck. This is Apprentice is Page, Keeper is, I believe, the Knight. No, this is the Queen. All right, we're going to check real quick. Okay. This is part of the confusion, you know? Is that the Knight or is that the Queen? Like, this deck was a good one to use for confusion because it can confuse me. So, okay, so we're going to go, and I don't know, I may actually read the poem that goes with this for some reason. So we have the Keeper of, yeah, it is the Queen. So we need the Wands here. This is probably at the beginning, right? Bear with me, bear with me. We will get there. Oh my gosh, I just ran into, remember we had the 8 with that of vessels? The Japanese art of kintsugi, I am not going to say that right, Kintsugi, embraces the beauty of an object's cracks. Okay, there is something about that. Embraces the beauty of an object's cracks. So we were supposed to end up in this book. Okay, let's get to the Keeper of Wands. I'm going to hold the card up. It's a beautiful sunflower there with a key. It just says the sacred expanding spiral of the sunflower seeds aligns the keeper with the divine and their unique purpose. With courage and insight, they flourish in spirit and channel the comings and goings of their work with competence. As the vision of your destiny becomes clearer, grasp it tight and align every new direction to work with your purpose. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Align every new decision. Okay, that's because I read it wrong. Again, confusion of the words. Align every new decision to work with your purpose. Don't put that banana on your plate when you're allergic to it. Your path is unique and only you hold the key. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. There is a longer reading where we go through the elements if you're not sure of, you feel like you need to do something and you're not sure how to do it, what to do it, why to do it. There is a reading. It's a very long one and it came out in multiple parts. So I have a lot of editing to do that. I will get it up hopefully in the next day or two because it's pretty important. But for now, I'm going to leave you with what we just said. Don't put that banana on your plate and align everything with your purpose. Okay? Take care and hopefully I'll see you in another video.